Welcome to hell is what I thought I would begin this video with, but turns out this stage is probably going to be the easiest in the entire run. My main worry in this stage was actually being able to get through it without Yemmer option. I didn't want Yemmer option going into this stage because I was afraid that all of the random spread shots that charge Yemmer option shoots out was going to kill Infector Nightmares off screen. But turns out that wasn't a problem in this stage. There's Infector Nightmares everywhere. Even after realizing this, I was still a little scared because, like I mentioned in the last video, Charged Ray Arrow does not one-hit KO Nightmares on Extreme mode. But I discovered my Lord and Savior shortly thereafter, Charged Guard Shell. You won't see it in the following few clips, but Charged Guard Shell was a godsend. It's basically a metal anchor that you can remote detonate 8 times. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, it's not actually that good, but it does do deceptively high damage and completely obliterates the totems here. Besides just using Charged Guard Shell instead of Yemmer option, this stage is pretty much identical to a casual playthrough. So, enjoy montages? To be honest, actually completing this stage only took 10 minutes. The rest of the 36-minute long recording was just reloading the stage so I could get the areas in this stage that I hadn't gone to yet. I didn't really have any failed attempts. I guess I technically screwed up here in that I killed an Infector Reploid with Guard Shell once, and after it regenerated it wouldn't respawn again, but all I had to do there was just take a death and it came back, and the next Reploid over is just right there, so it wasn't a problem even in the slightest. I guess that this section's kind of weird layout made it a little harder to respawn the Infector Reploid, and I kind of had to dance around to get it to respawn, but again, it really wasn't a problem. Ground Scaravich is completely pathetic as usual, so the only actual thing left to do in this stage is to do what you do in a 100% playthrough and revisit the stage a million times until you get all the individual areas to show up. First up is this area, I guess, which is a little frustrating to have show up because it actually only has one Reploid to kill in it as opposed to 2, because there's one in the Nightmare area that we'll have to go to later. And speak of the devil, that's the exact area that I got next. So, Nightmare area time, I guess. Again, the Reploids are not the challenge in this stage. It's just getting through it with your limited amount of options. So, yeah? There's really not a whole lot to cover with this stage. I'm stretching myself pretty thin here. At least since we're going to the Nightmare area now, we get to pay a good old visit to my buddy Dynamo, who I actually died to embarrassingly because I had very low health entering the boss door. But, I mean, we can also just pretend that never happened, that I totally destroyed Dynamo, trust me. This was actually the first time I fought him in Ground Scaravich's stage, so I only need to fight him in Turloid stage before I have my Dynamo for life fighting in every stage thing. Hey? I don't know what I was trying to say here. By the way, that jump cut right after Dynamo just cut out 14 minutes of footage. Don't you just love Ground Scaravich's stage? Yeah, me too, thanks. Love this stage. Last room, finally, and I almost instantly screwed myself over by almost dropping directly on top of Reploid, but thankfully the Nightmare random boosted me back with a surprise hit, so thank you, randomly generated hazards in this dumb stage that I hate. But yeah, there you go, all 16, this stage was really easy. In hindsight, it's not really a surprise that it was so easy, but I'll take what I can get, I guess. Next up is Commander Yamark.